everyone. Welcome in tonight. I am talking with Sara Ennis. She is a thriller and cozy mystery author, and I'm really excited to have you here, Sara. Thank you for talking with me tonight.
Thank you for the invitation. It'll be fun.
You're welcome. So let's just get started, and you tell everyone about you.
Okay. Let's see. Well, we might be interrupted. I have a cat and a dog who both think anytime they hear somebody on the computer, they think that's because you want them. Let's see. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, and I ran away from home when I was 34 and moved to Iowa, of all places. It's been pretty good. I'm getting tired of winter, and I'm getting tired of summer, so I'm probably going to look at something else. What else? I became a full-time writer in April of 23, I think, and I have 16 books out now. I will have another one coming out October 15th and another in the first few months of 2027. Those will be thrillers. Right now I'm not writing any more cozies because I have a full series of 7. But the thrillers, I keep getting more ideas, so they'll keep coming. What else? I like tequila. I like wine. I like to travel. I've had some weird jobs. I don't know. You get to ask questions now.
Okay. Well, where's the best place that you've traveled? I know.
Probably. I love everywhere I travel. I want to move there by the time I'm done. You know, I'm one of those people. In the U.S., New Orleans, I've been there 6 times.
Okay.
Outside of the U.S., I really love Italy, but I have a lot of places I want to go that I haven't been yet. So Italy, if I had to go back somewhere. Otherwise, I have a very long list of places I want to go. So
very neat. Well, one day I hope to travel. Right now, I haven't gone anywhere exciting.
So no way. You gotta go.
Well, okay. My husband and I lived in Alaska for 3 years.
That's exciting.
There's the most exciting place I've been in, and it was wonderful. I loved it. He was in the Army, so
yeah. Oh, okay. So
I was born in Philadelphia, so I've been all up north. I've been down, I've been out west. So I mean,
you've been places.
I've been, but I haven't. Okay, I haven't traveled outside of Canada. But back in the day, before you needed a passport, I didn't count Canada as going out of the country.
Right.
My husband lived in the Buffalo, New York area, so going to Canada was just part of what we did because it was right there.
Yeah.
But one day I do hope to go over to Europe.
Yes, I love it. I really do. I love it. Yes.
Very cool. Yeah. Okay, so you write thrillers and cozies.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about something that a lot of people don't know. You have 2 pen names.
Yes.
Right? Tell us about that.
So Sara Ennis writes the dark thrillers, and I write very dark. And then Sarah Isabel writes cozies, and I write very funny. So it's kind of my split personalities, which I own it. And that's how we came up with Just Call Me Sarah, because there's also Sarah who does cat litter and takes dog for a walk. So I have these 2, and they're polar opposites, but my thriller readers are fine reading my cozies. My cozy readers would absolutely not be fine reading my thrillers. So I wanted to make it very clear this is not the same kind of book. So that's why I have 2 different names. They're on my website together. I talk about them together. I do have separate Facebook pages and Instagrams and TikToks, and YouTubes, but that's just for audience protection. That's the only reason I did that.
Gotcha. So let's talk about your cozies real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing you started them after your thrillers. Am I right?
Yeah. The reason I started them is I had been approached by a publisher. And as you probably know, but your audience probably doesn't, when you're published by someone else, you have no control over anything. Mm-hmm. And they wanted a 3-book deal. And my brain went, well, if I'm doing that, I have no say over anything, and I'm not okay with that. So what could I do that's not going to compete with those books? And I don't know if anybody knows who Jennifer Cruzy is, but she's been one of my favorite authors forever. She writes funny. She used to write rom-com. She sort of still does. And I was like, well, I'll write some books like that. And so I came up with the concept and started writing the cozies, and then I turned down the book deal. So it didn't end up mattering, but it was okay. I mean, I then had this other, it's sort of a palate cleanse for me. Sometimes, you know, if I'm writing really dark and then I need a little break, I can go write. I don't now, but I would go write something funny because they really are. They're very opposite of the thrillers. So,
okay. And so they're cozy mysteries. What makes something a cozy mystery?
Cozy mystery means, well, it's changing. It used to mean no swearing on the page, no sex on the page. If you think, it used to be Murder, She Wrote. Now it is more only murders in the building, so it's a little bit more and there still are those kind, but it's more multi-generational. There's heavy humor. But in my case, I don't do romance a lot, not heavy romance. So there's not a ton of that. There are partners, but dating is not the focus.
Right.
There's almost always animals, which is a huge thing for me since I've had a pet food company and a nonprofit. I mean, that's my thing.
Okay.
That's what makes it cozy. Cozy is the vibe you get. It's sort of like the warm and fuzzies, and you want to live in the place and you want to know the people, which you can't really usually say about a thriller. You don't want to know the people.
So tell us about your cozy world. Where does it take place? And give us an overview.
So before I moved to Iowa, I had this dream. I wanted to move to Iowa, be the mayor of a small town by day, and write books at night. That didn't work out. I ended up moving to a big town in Iowa, big city in Iowa. And I did not become mayor, but I did get a degree in community and regional planning. And I had driven there's a river road, the Mississippi River Road, which I think even is down in Tennessee or down near there. And I was on that one day, came across this cute little town called Bellevue in Iowa. It's on the river. The stores face the river instead of it kind of being backwards. And I just made up a town, Bliss. And I made some errors with that, but I had this whole series, Living in Bliss. You know, all of the titles initially had Bliss in the names, which was a problem because you know what this means. Again, I did not title them or cover them to market.
Right.
So a lot of people thought they were small town romance instead of, because there's no murder in the names, no crime in the names at all. And the Bliss sounded romantic.
Yes.
I recently recovered them all and retitled them all. But yeah, so that's how. And the characters just came to life. And so they kept getting more stories and more stories.
Love it. Well, I looked at them on Amazon and then on your website also. The covers are adorable. I absolutely love them.
The new ones or the old ones?
The newer ones.
Okay.
Yeah, and I made a note where, are your cozy mysteries in KU?
Yep, all my books are in KU in English. My translations aren't all in KU. Some of them are not. So, yeah.
What translations do you have in your cozies?
In cozies, I have French, Italian, German, and Dutch.
Oh, wow. Very neat.
Those are over on Kobo because Kobo is not exclusive and they have a bigger international audience.
Gotcha. Very good. And do you have any audiobooks in your cozies?
Yes. In cozies, no. Only in thrillers. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So if someone is a cozy mystery reader, should they read your books in order since they're in a series, or do you have a place that you wish that they would start because it's a book you like the best?
They'll get the most out of it if they read it in order, but they can jump in anywhere. There are little, I mean, there are no cliffhangers, really. I mean, there's a thread from book 1 that's solved in book 7, but all the books have an ending. There's no, unclosed thread other than sort of family stuff. So it's easier if you read them in order, but if you happen to fall into it in the middle, you'll be fine.
Okay. And that author name, that's Sara Isabel.
Yes,
correct?
That's Sara Isabel. Yes.
Sara, Sara.
Yes, correct.
That's one of those names that you never know. Is there an A and H?
My very first email address was SaraNoH@CompuServe, which will date me. But people would type out that email address and write SARAH as my, name, and I'm like, okay.
There you go. It just says no age, but you still did.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so there we have your cozy mysteries.
Yep.
Your Sara Isabel.
Yep.
But would you say your thrillers is your heart? Is that what you really love to write?
They're my, yes, yeah. Yeah, the darkness. And the thing is, okay, so you think, well, a few things. One, the dog never dies. There's a lot of dogs in my books. They will never die. So you can go into that knowing the dog will be okay. The people, a lot of my main characters end up, I write first person except for the Dollhouse, and I've been told people feel like they're sitting in the passenger seat, like they're in the book, they're not reading a book. And every one of my books was inspired by, but not based on, real life activities by people. So I make the story up, but it's always because I hear something and I'm like, oh, that would be interesting. But one thing that really matters to me is also looking at the why of the bad guy. I don't just make them the bad guy. You almost always know what in their life caused them to be the way they are, good, bad, whatever, or terrible, except for one character was born awful and she's a fan favorite for her awfulness.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So you're now you're saying, and I wrote down that you're saying that they're dark thrillers. Yes. What makes them dark compared to just a thriller? Well,
a lot of what we call thrillers now tend to be domestic thrillers, which means it's relationship based. It's with your spouse or it's with your best friends or your neighbors or whatever. And it's more, they're messing with you. A dark thriller is going to be more like Silence of the Lambs or Criminal Minds. It's going to be people really hurting people. So in my first book, children are abducted. There's no sexual assault, but children are abducted and kept long-term and tortured. The second book, and these aren't spoilers, a sheriff supposedly helping two women who are traveling from Tennessee to LA. He gives them a ride to his ranch where he assaults them over and over. And then when he's bored, he hunts them. And my most recent one that just came out 2 weeks ago, the bad guy will pick up a woman somehow, take her to a cave in Tennessee again. Sorry, Tennessee.
Okay.
And he keeps her there while he carves a design that represents something into her body. And he has to keep her alive for the carving because the skin handles it differently. And then once the carving's done, he kills her, cuts the skin off, and puts it in a museum that he's built. So that's what makes them dark. It's definitely not Verity kind of stuff, which is what a lot of people think of it, or Silent Patient. It's not that. No, it's definitely more Silence of the Lambs.
All right. So which was your first thriller and when did it come out?
The Dollhouse, and it came out June 1st, 2021. So 5 years ago.
All right. And that's the one that I've heard all about.
Yes.
And that also has, I'm going to let everyone know some numbers that I found about the Dollhouse. The Dollhouse has 2.9 thousand reviews on Amazon and 5.5 thousand reviews on Goodreads. And they're both 4 and over ratings.
Yeah.
Those are some amazing numbers.
Well, thank you. Well, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And I am grateful for everybody who reads my books.
And are you an independent author?
Yes. Yes. I got an offer and I turned it down. But now that they're doing the hybrid, if it ever happened again, I'd be open.
Oh, there you go. Throw that out there. Yeah. So, okay. Now, talking to all the indie authors out there, or authors in general, how did you get so many reviews on that book?
Well, I have done BookBubs. You know about BookBub featured deals. I did one of those on that. Probably that's it, because that's the only, I didn't even start running Facebook or Amazon ads until just now on Carver Girl, unless I was having a sale. So it's mostly been word of mouth. TikTok, I lucked out. I have no idea. Somebody, like a book reviewer, a big one, found it and talked about it. And last summer, there was a huge spike that held for like 5 months. And ever since then, it's continued to just go. And I'm lucky because although not everybody goes from The Dollhouse to The Hunted, which is the second book, if they start The Hunted, my read-through rate is really good. It's like 80%, which is high.
Wow.
Yeah, but getting them to go from the Dollhouse, which is very unique and an unusual premise, into it's a series, but it's more a shared world. All of my other books. Getting them there, if they go, they love it, but getting them there has been hard. But that Carver Girl, the new one, is so far performing better than the Dollhouse. But it's only been, it's been less than a month or almost a month. So we'll see.
So that's the Carver Girl, and it just came out.
It just came out, June 18th. Yeah.
What's that one about?
That's the one about the guy that kidnaps women and puts them in the caves and carves in their bodies. And
gotcha.
That one was inspired by, there's a woman in Iowa who swears her dad was a serial killer. And in this book, the main character told people she saw her daddy killing or hurting women, and they didn't believe her, and they put her in a psychiatric hospital for 10 years. And then he died unexpectedly, so they had her come home, and the day of the funeral, she sees him in the woods. So it's a fun book. I love it.
Oh, wow. See, and I told you that because I purchased 2 of the Dollhouse for me and my sister-in-law, and I told you we're going to read it, but I always say I want to, but I'm scared. So it might take us longer than a month to read it because I might have to keep putting it back. My husband makes me watch horror movies all the time, and then I'm the one who's up all night. Oh, because I can't go to sleep because I'm seeing it all in my corners.
Yeah,
I could write a really amazing horror or thriller because my brain is always scared of everything. But my husband won't let me do it. He's like, "You stay with your romance because it doesn't give you nightmares."
That makes sense. It does. I do have some very weird dreams, so better to just stay away from it.
Well, something else I found out about the Dollhouse. I don't know if you ever check your rankings, but okay. Well, as of today, in the Dollhouse in U.S. horror fiction is 85.
Oh, nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's in the top 100 in U.S. horror fiction. And then in vigilante justice.
I don't know why it shouldn't even be, that doesn't even make sense, but okay.
Really? Well, it's 212 in that one.
Okay.
So people are seeing it, but that U.S. horror fiction, you're in the top 100 for the Dollhouse. Awesome. So anyone who loves dark thriller.
I like this. Yeah. So I do look at ranks, but I usually look at it when I'm doing some kind of like a BookBub.
Right.
When I've done a BookBub, I got it up to about 400 in the overall store, and you start screaming when that happens. It doesn't stay there, but yeah.
Very neat. Okay, so what made you decide to become a writer?
Well, I started writing. I mean, the sound I don't mean to sound pretentious, and it's not. When I was a little kid, I had a very difficult childhood, like lots of us did. And there was a period where I needed to kind of entertain myself because my mom was there, but she was really depressed and she never came out of her room. And I started reading really young, and I had all these flashcards. And I would write stories from her bedroom door into our apartment because she wouldn't wake up. And I thought it would make her happy when she got up. So I started telling stories very young. Then I started writing them, and my grandfather got me a typewriter when I was 6 because my hands could not keep up with my thoughts. Mm-hmm. And then I wrote a play in the 2nd grade that was produced. And I made up book reports on books that I wrote in my own head. And then all of my jobs involved words as an adult. But I actually wrote the Dollhouse during COVID because I was bored.
Okay.
And that's why the professional writer part started. So words have always been they saved me. But it became kind of just a fun little thing to try, and it went well. So
wonderful. Okay, that's different and unique. Usually everyone's like, oh, well, I've been writing forever, and this is what I did. And I have those books. Have you ever written a book that you've never put out?
Nope.
No? Very good. I haven't either. Did you always know you were going to write a book, or did it just happen in COVID, surprisingly?
Okay, I'm going to be a little vulnerable. I always wanted to write a book, but I have always thought I was a good writer. Mm-hmm. And I was terrified if I wrote a book, put it out there, and people didn't like it, the one thing I thought I was actually good at would be rejected and my heart would break.
Right.
So I don't know what changed and made me brave enough to do it, but I did, and it turned out okay. I mean, I'm not Frida McFadden, although we have the same first name, but but you know, it's still going okay. It's fine.
It seems to be going quite well.
Yeah, I'm okay. Well, I have friends who make a lot of money and they make me look like nothing. So, so I'm happy where I'm at, but there's still room to grow.
There you go. And there should always be room to grow.
Yes.
What's been the most challenging part of your publishing journey?
Oh, marketing. Marketing. I just want to write my books. I don't want to do TikToks. I mean, I have 14 social media accounts I post to every day. That's probably partially why it does so well. It's because I'm literally everywhere all the time. And it's exhausting. And I've tried hiring help, and that for some reason, every time I hire help, my views go down. So I have to stop that. I've tried all the courses and the websites and the tools, and I don't know. I want to get to a point where I have enough books that they will sustain themselves without a ton of marketing while I write the next book, because hopefully every book will add, and I'm getting closer to that. I'm not quite there. I still have to market, but yeah, as you know.
How many books do you have?
I have 9 thrillers. I'll have 10 by the end of the year, and 11. Yeah. So,
yeah, marketing is, I can't figure it out. You know, one week my KU reads are through the roof, and I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then they plummet to nothing.
And you don't know why. I mean, my background is literally marketing. And so I came into this thinking, oh, I should have a natural ability to make this work, right? You'd think that. Marketing books is unlike anything else, in part because you can't say, I pulled this lever and this thing happened, because we don't get to see the back end.
Right.
So it drives me crazy. I have all my translations in Kobo, and I occasionally will run ads to those, but Kobo has a 1.5 month delay in reporting. So you don't know, and who wants to spend a bunch of money and then find out nothing happened? I mean, there is nothing I have no idea what caused that huge spike. I'm grateful for it, but I don't know what caused it last summer. And it drives me crazy because I'm a control freak.
well, but no, that's how marketing and business works. You need to know where your numbers come from and all that, and where you need to spend your money. And I have found I do better when I just do newsletter things and just really cheaper and stuff.
How many books do you have? It looks like you have a zillion.
I have 7.
Okay. They're beautiful.
I have 7 full length and 2 novellas.
Okay. Yeah. So do you do the first, have you done a BookBub ever?
I have never done a BookBub.
You tried for one? You should.
I have not tried for one because they're so expensive.
They are expensive, but if you get one person buys your first book and then they buy the other 6, that's the whole reason BookBub is mad.
Right. And I've heard all about it, and it's funny. Just yesterday, I was going through what else I need to do, things I have to do, and BookBub popped in my mind. Yeah. So
the other thing you can do, have you ever looked at your readership? Are they all in the US, or do you have the English?
They're everywhere.
Okay. So you can do a BookBub that is just like Australia, Canada, and Great Britain, and not the US. And it's a lot less expensive.
Really?
I've done that. I did that on Little Doves, which is my most popular standalone before Carver Girl and Dollhouse. Okay. And I did that right before the Carver Girl released, because I wanted to get as many eyeballs on it, and I put the Carver Girl's first chapter in the back. So you got to make sure your back matter's good before you do that. But it's totally worth it, and that's like $200 instead of $800 or whatever.
Oh, wow!
It's a much better price situation, because they don't return the way they used to, but they still do okay.
Okay, because I've heard that. I've heard that BookBubs have not. They don't I guess back a few years ago, it was like you got a BookBub. It was an amazing thing.
The first one I did, I had 30,000 people download the Dollhouse.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Wow.
I didn't do it right, and I didn't have as many books. So,
Right.
I didn't know what I was doing back then, and now I do. And I haven't applied for one for a while, except for the non-American one. But
Gotcha.
that still did pretty good. I think I got about 4,500 downloads.
Oh, wow. Because I have book 5 in that series right there coming out in November.
Oh, okay.
And I'm getting ready to put the pre-order up, the ebook pre-order up on
So you should also,
Amazon.
and you probably do direct sales, judging by how many books you have.
Yes.
So are you bundling yet? You should be bundling.
Like I have, you can get all 4 for a certain price. My ebooks aren't bundled.
Well, that's easy to do. You can do that. Do that too, because that's good for Kindle Unlimited.
That way they don't have to come back. They already have them.
Well, once they have it, they just keep on going to the next book.
That is true. That is true.
Because you got them there, they're going to stay there.
That is true. Because that one's going to have 6 as of right. It was going to have 4, but now I'm on 5. And then the 6th one just came to me. It's romance. It's like if there's a character and they're speaking to me, they're going to get a story.
Exactly.
But I'm doing a lot of novellas, little series of novellas, offshoots of Orlinda Valley.
Yeah.
And so, we're doing all that. But then I have
you can put those in too. Those can go in the box set too, in the ebook.
But doesn't KU have like a limit to the price you can put on your?
As of yesterday, it's now $12.99.
I just saw that it says $9.99.
That might be why I'm thinking about it. Yes. So now, yes, and that's not for Kindle Unlimited. That's for selling the box set. And you care more about the KU reads on that because they don't care how many pages you have in there. Gotcha. And you can even put your novellas in there.
See, look at you.
I've learned a lot in the last 5 years.
Thank you. You've been around for a while and you know your market.
Well,
okay. We've already answered that question. What's been the most challenging part? You can't say marketing. I want something else.
Besides marketing. That's really, so some people have trouble getting their butt in the seat. I do not. Literally every day of the year, I come in here and start writing. It's just, I like to write. And
then we can go there because that's another question is what does a normal day for you look like with your writing? Do you sit down on certain hours? Do you have hours you got to write, word count? What do you do? So the first day I was full-time writer, I set a schedule thinking I was going to need that. And I was like, nope, never needed it. I wake up at 8:00 unless I have to be somewhere. I take care of everybody in the little furry family. I make coffee because I do not live without coffee. Even now I'm drinking coffee. Amen.
Yeah. I come in my office, I answer emails, I do all my I try to do social, like Marketing Monday. I do all those socials, build them and schedule them in Vista Social. Do that. Then depending, like now I'm in editing round 3 on this next book that's coming out. So of course my brain wants to jump to the next book and it keeps going off track. I use Scrivener and Atticus, so that helps a bunch. But I literally am in my office unless I have a meeting from 9:00 till 4:00, and the dog knows it's 4:00. And she's like, nope, it's time for you to come out there. I do all of my learning because I listen to podcasts and courses and stuff, or I read other books. That happens every night, and I do that till I go to bed. I do way too much TikTok. I'm a little bit of a TikTok.
Don't we all?
I know, but I learned stuff. I have folders and collections about character inspiration and stories and all that stuff.
Oh, there you go.
I don't have a word count. Because I don't need one. I really don't. I don't know. I'm very lucky. I realize how lucky I am. I know a lot of people who want to write and they have so many other things going on in their lives that it's distracting. I don't have that. And I like being a hermit and I like writing my books. And the only thing I want to do besides write my books is go travel. So that's a big thing that, do this and then you can do that.
There you go. And so if you could give a tip to a new author,
okay,
what's the most important thing that you think they need to be successful?
absolutely. This is easy. Talk to other authors, make friends with other authors, because everything I know, I've learned from other authors. I didn't learn it from reading a book. I didn't learn it from, well, at first, for my first year, I was faking everything. But then I met other authors, and we all share everything we know. And like, even though I'm not writing cozy, I go to the Cozy Clubhouse every Monday because I learned so much about the publishing world and writing and readers and all that just by hanging out with other people who are doing what I'm doing. So that, do not try to do it in a vacuum. Don't try to talk to your poor husband. He's going to not care.
That is so true. Not that I've done that, but yes.
Yeah, my thriller friends, she's got like 20 books out. She's making multiple six figures, and her husband could not care less when she has a new book. So she sends herself flowers that day.
Oh my goodness.
And he doesn't want to hear about it. And it's just like, okay. So you need people who understand the joys, the stress, the angst, all the stuff, and can help you when you have like, I don't know what to do right now. They can help you with that. Like, I was about to name a book a really bad name and I got told off by every writer I know that, no, I can't name it that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If I'd have stayed in my own head, that book would never sell.
That's, and that's important.
Yeah.
And where I live in Tennessee, there's not many writers around here.
Yeah.
I have my friends, I have all that, but they don't understand,
Yep.
So that is where one place I'm struggling, because I don't see that the romance world is as friendly as other places.
It's, from what I've heard, it is not.
Yes.
It is not.
And I know this is a podcast and people are going to be hearing this, but so if you're a romance author and you need a person, hunt me down.
Yes. Are you in? Lisa Vino has a Facebook group called Millionaire Author Mindset or something like that.
Mastermind.
Yeah, something like that. You should go in there because it's mostly romance writers, and they are very supportive of each other. You just have to find them. It's just Lisa Vino.
Lisa Vino. I mean, I might already be in there.
Lee and then Savino, Savino. Let me look it up. Millionaire Author Mastermind.
Okay, I think I am in that, but
well, you won't always see it. Sometimes you have to go hunting.
Yeah, exactly.
But the stuff that I've seen in there, they're supportive of each other. You can post, you have a problem. They will give you ideas. They'll just talk. They do sprints together. I mean, they are very, very supportive of each other.
Very. That is good to know, because as an independent author, sometimes I feel like people look down on us because we're not traditional.
Yep. Yeah, but we don't care. We make more money than traditional.
I'm waiting for that to happen, but yes, you are absolutely right.
Potentially, we could make more money.
Well, and it's nice to know that I'm in charge. I don't see a purpose of a book taking 3 years to come out.
No, and you have no say on the cover. You have no say on the title half the time, and they can get you all the way to the finish line, and then say, "Oops, we had a book like that a year ago. We're not doing your book." No,
right?
No.
I mean, get it out, because there's so many stories of indie authors who started out in the trad world, who their stuff no, right. No one wants it's not going to sell. They bring it out and it hits hard.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so many stories of that. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know why anybody would go trad now unless, like, there's all this new hybrid stuff where we start indie and they'll take you in a partial deal and they'll get you into Target and all the bookstores.
Right.
But yeah, otherwise you're gonna have more control. You're gonna have more happiness. You're gonna work hard, but they don't market anymore like they used to unless you're a huge name. You still have to do all that yourself.
Right. That's what I've heard too. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to walk into Walmart and Target and see my books in there.
Yes. Have you talked to any local bookstores? Because a lot of times they'll carry your books on consignment.
Yeah. I mean, there's some around here who will. I had some with consignment. I'm pulling all those. I didn't like those. And I'm doing like a lot of the ones who support indies now are doing wholesale. They'll buy my books from me. I don't make much, but I still make more than that dollar or something I make on Amazon. So,
right. Yeah. Anything is more than that.
Or Ingram, the wonderful.
Are you in the libraries? Did you put your books in libraries?
Yes. As soon as KU was reversed that rule, I went right to draft the digital.
Okay, good.
I'm
you can do paperback too, and you can encourage because you said newsletter is one of your biggest things. Remind your readers they can ask their library to get a book, because a lot of people don't realize that. You can go to the librarian and say, hey, do you have this author? And they'll say, no, but do you want us to get it? And the budget's a little tighter right now because of things, but a lot of times they will try to get you a book, get the book you want. Or they can get it interlibrary loan. So if one library has it, they'll borrow it from somewhere else. So
that is true. That's a great idea. Yeah. All right. Well, you've already told us social media plays a huge role for you. What social media is your favorite? What platform do you find, not just that you're on most, but what do you see is...
What do I like, or what do I get the most traction of?
What do you get the most traction of? And
TikTok. Yeah.
What do you like the most?
My private Facebook group. Some of my fans named themselves the Ennis's Menaces, which I think is so freaking cute.
It is cute. It's nice and rhymey and catchy.
Yeah, and it sounds a little violent. And so that group, because I'm fooling myself in there, so good, bad, and ugly, and they help me. Like right now, we're doing an experiment. I'm sending 10 of them the first 100 pages of the new book to tell me if they get bored on it, and they will tell me honestly. So I know if there's a saggy spot. So they're going to tell me that. And my ARC team, I do ARCs. I don't know if you do that.
Okay.
For this last book, I sent out 100 ARCs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see it. Well, up there's a piece of leather that's got a face carved into it. Not everybody got that, but some of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So in that group, it's fun. It's building relationships, and that if I was going to get to choose my marketing, that's what I would do, because I really like engaging with those people. But
okay. And how can people find, if they read any of your books and they want to get to know you better, how can they find that Facebook group?
They can go to my Sara Ennis Facebook page, and it's pinned at the top. The group is there, and they can click on that and join that. Yeah.
Gotcha. And do you have questions I have to answer to get into that special group?
Yes.
Very good.
They have to tell me what book of mine they liked. If they haven't read any, that's fine. But they also have to promise not to be an asshole, because they don't take it out. That's pretty much it. If you're not,
there you go. I like that. I like that. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Ooh. Just do it. Pretty much.
I like that.
Don't get caught up in editing. Write it and then edit it. Because I do know a lot of people who they're still on chapter 3 after 2 years because they want that to be perfect. And the first line thing, don't worry about the first line, because by the time you get to the end of the book, what you think is the first line may not even be in that section maybe. So stuff like that. It's mostly editing.
That's good. And I tell people that too, because like I just finished book 5. Is it anywhere near ready to be read by anybody? Heck no. And it's only 65,000 words. My books hit close to 80,000.
Oh wow.
Okay. I'm romancer, but 75 is my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And so it's like in this, I'm getting ready. Right now I'm not looking at it for a week. It's just off on the side. My sister-in-law is doing her read through and giving me what needs to be meatier, and she's laughing at my comments because it says needs more meat in this section, And
you write romance.
Right. Needs more meaty points. But all that, and so I'll go back and I'll add more and redo.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my first draft, no one's going to ever see it.
Right.
I spend a month redoing the whole thing.
Yeah.
And rewriting, and then I'll spend, because it has to be at my editor August 10th.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do my final proofreads beginning of August, because all of my redos are going to be, I'll spend a month doing those.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I hate that. Don't you get sick? I don't think readers realize how much we hate our books by the end of it.
Yeah.
Hate it. Yeah. Hate it.
Absolutely. And it's like, I just finished my first book in an audiobook. So I had to listen to it.
I know. Isn't that the worst? Because you're like, I want to fix that. I want to change that.
Yes. Yes. I was like, I should have said this. But then I'm like, I also have heard this book. I've read this book a billion times. Now I'm listening to it.
Right. Right.
Come on.
Yeah, I will tell you in this, when you get it, the chapters have dates, and somehow in my many rounds of I had 2 different development editors on the first book, and somehow things got messed up. So the dates are weird in here, and you're going to notice it because it's one of the things I get negatives about. And I am going to go back and edit it this someday, but just the thought of that makes me want to cry. Oh my God.
Well, my first series, which is the one over here to my left, it's a 3-book series. I had to get them recovered. Yeah. Because of my old cover designer, all chaos, all this. And so when I found Emily, she went ahead and she made these covers. And I'm like, but I'm not doing covers until I re-edit. So I spent 3 months re-editing all 3 of those books.
Oh, wow. She pushed you.
Yes. And it's like, but it was necessary because I refused to put them back out unedited. But now are they exactly how I really want them? No, but I wasn't going to rewrite the books. But they're still good. They're better. Some chapters came out, that type of thing that, that had no purpose. But it's a lot. And it took 3 months of my writing life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. Seriously. I want to hire a little team of elves to do all of that.
Oh, there you go. And when you find those elves, let me know.
I will share. Yeah. We'll have communal elves. They can help everybody.
That would be wonderful. And if they're elves, they can fly here or something. They can do something.
Yeah, exactly. Boop. The old.
There you go. Be like Dobby and the elves or whatever they were. Yeah.
Yeah. House elves.
House elves. That would be wonderful. And they can do laundry and clean my house.
All that too. Yeah. Brush the dog. Yeah. She's a husky. She's all over.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. You have a lot of hair.
I do. Yes.
Okay. So I'm scanning through my questions. But your discussions were amazing. But okay, who is out of all of your, let's just talk about your thrillers. Out of your thrillers, which one is your favorite?
Well, character or book?
Well, the book first, but then I also want to know what your favorite, which one's your favorite character?
Little Doves was my favorite book because it's an Epstein retelling, and Epstein is held accountable. So I like that.
Okay, I like that.
But that Carver Girl, the new one, I really love that book, but I love the book that's coming out. I think my current book is always my favorite book. But Angel from the Dollhouse, she's in 4 books as a main character, and watching her go from a scared 14-year-old to a grown-up kick-ass woman through this, she's my favorite. But then I also love Chicky Boom. I fall in love with all my characters, even my bad guys. I even sometimes have crushes on my bad guys.
Oh, that means they're a good bad guy.
Yeah. So I don't know if that helped or not.
that helped wonderfully.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay.
All right. Is there, if anyone could only read one of your books, and that's it, because I don't know why, but they can only read one, what one would you say you have to read this one?
I'd probably say The Dollhouse because of the twist. The twist in The Dollhouse is what everybody gets so excited about. There is a good twist.
Gotcha. And people like that in the whole thriller world, not being able to figure it out. And that is something I have heard, that people are just left wondering the entire time.
Well, in this one, it's the kind of twist you don't know there's a twist coming. And then all of a sudden this thing happens and you're like, wait, what? At least that's what I'm told. There's one woman, it's one of my favorite review quotes. She says, this is the only book I've ever read that I know exactly where I was when I read the twist. She was waiting to pick up her kids from school, and her daughter was getting in the car at the moment she read it, and she was freaking out. And her daughter was like, Mom, what's the matter? What's the matter? And I love that story.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Because, I can tell you, this is not a thriller, but I can tell you where I was and what time it was when I read, when Dumbledore died in Harry Potter, and I read it. I can, because it was 2:30 in the morning. And I was reading the books. I was reading Half-Blood Prince to my kids out loud. My oldest was like 12, and then I had a 6, and then I had a 3-year-old. He doesn't really remember it, okay, but he was there.
Yeah.
And, or was he 6? It doesn't matter. He doesn't remember me ever reading these books to him. But I read ahead because it's just what I do, even though I wasn't supposed to. And I was like, I just want to see what's going on. And then I kept reading, and then I couldn't go to sleep because I was like so depressed and sad. And then, but then the next morning, as soon as they were awake, I made them breakfast. Like, okay, guys, we're just going to sit here, and you got to listen.
I love that, though. Yes. What a fun thing to do with your kids.
Yes, all the Harry Potter books. Even though my oldest could read them, he liked how I read better.
That's awesome. What a great memory. Well, except for the one who can't remember it.
That's fun because, like, we were all talking about the books, and he goes, Mom, I'm listening to them on Audible. It's like, but don't you remember? He goes, no, I was like, what, 6 when the last one came out? I'm like, okay, I guess so.
All right. Yeah.
I'll give that one to you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now we're going to get out of your books a minute, and we're going to finish up with this. You have 2 pen names. I know a lot of us want 2 pen names. What are some tips you could give to those of us who are trying to get a second pen name going? What should we do? What did you learn we need to do and all that?
I see we're talking about the whole thing, not just picking a name, right?
Right.
Okay. If you know marketing at all, you have a brand promise, you have your brand promise, and then you have your brand persona, which is who your reader is. And then you have your brand design, which Emily is great at. Mm-hmm. I built that. I knew my brand promise. I knew who I was as that author, and I knew what I wanted it to look like. And everything I did on the new pen name was built in that, with that lens, cutting off the whole other side. Not allowed to look over there, not allowed to let that creep in. And I joke that I have a split personality, but I am able to compartmentalize and think. Right now, I'm the cozy author. Right now, I'm the thriller author. And so you got to be clear about who you are, but you should have that anyway for whatever author you're doing. You should know all of that. So just be clear on who you are and what you want to say.
Do you have 2 newsletters?
Yep, I do. I have 2 of everything.
But your website's great because you have one main website, but you can go to the top and you can go into the cozy side.
Yeah, that's because I'm not, I'll be honest, they didn't sell really at all when they were the old name and covers because nobody knew what they were. Now they're doing better, but they do much better in French than they do in English.
Really?
So, it's there because people come across it and they hear about it. But any marketing I do, I don't push to the website. I only push to Facebook and where they can buy it. That's there. So if people want to buy direct, I will tell them go there. But yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that leads me to this next question.
Yeah.
Where can people find you and your books?
Okay. SaraEnnis.com with no H, SaraEnnis.com. And it's not Enos. Somebody used to call me Enos. I'm like, it doesn't rhyme with penis. It's Ennis. Or I'm on Facebook as Sara Ennis, or I'm on Facebook as Sarah Isabel. Instagram, both of those. YouTube, both of those. TikTok, both of those.
Oh my Lord.
If you go to my web and YouTube, if you go to my website though, there's newsletter signups for Cozy and for that's the best way because you'll hear about. I don't send a ton of newsletters. I let you know when I have a new release. I let you know when I'm looking for ARC readers. I let you know when there's a sale. You can opt into knowing funny stuff on the way if you want to, or you can say I only want to know about new releases. So I segment pretty well.
Okay, and all your books are in KU.
All of my English books are in KU, yes.
Yes. And then if anyone speaks another language, they can go to Kobo.
Right. Exactly. The German ones are on Amazon too, but the whole language, like German is really big on Amazon. Dutch is really big on Kobo. It's okay. Got to figure it all out.
There you go. I was or wide for a while.
Yeah.
So I went through Draft to Digital, but then I went direct to Kobo, and for a while, and then I did Google Play, and that I never got the hang of Google Play.
Well, get the fact you have to market to all of those places so that people know you're there. It's so hard.
It was a lot. And
I like direct sales. Just send them to my website.
Yeah, there you go. And that's the easiest way. And they get better. Like I ordered from your website and I'm getting signed books.
Yeah, tomorrow. And they're going out tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. And
I mean, I'm not Amazon. I can't get them to you. Well, they're slow now too. It takes like 3 to 5 days now.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So you get
it's better to get straight from you. All right, now,
yes.
Before we get off of the podcast, I have a question.
The romance. See, I have a dirty mind. This is why.
I don't. You know, me too. Me too. And here's the funny story. I teach high schoolers, and you really have to watch what you say in a high school class, also. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, and then I'm a mom of 3 boys, who are all in their 20s. The word balls has been an exciting word in my house forever. So, anyway. So what was the last book? No. What is the last book you read that you think everyone should read?
Mad Mabel.
Mad Mabel.
Yeah.
What is it about Mad?
It's a thriller. I'd say it's almost more mystery. It's funny. It's very funny. It's a woman who was accused of being a killer when she was young. It's a love story, but more of a love story for friendship. And it's just good. It's surprising. You have no idea what you're getting into. It's not a big book. It will make you feel good at the end. But there's a little crime. There's a little romance. There's, it's
okay, so it's Mad Mabel. Who wrote it?
Sally Hepsworth.
Sally Hepsworth?
Hepsworth, yeah.
Spell that, please.
Hepsworth.
You didn't know you were having a spelling bee here, right? I am an English teacher, so there you go.
Or if you like darker stuff, anything by S.A. Cosby, especially Razorblade Tears. That's another one.
Interesting. Okay, well, I like spicy romance. There's no death and scary.
No.
Well,
you should try Jenny Cruzy. You would like Jenny Cruzy. Jennifer Cruzy. You would like her, I think.
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. Well, Sara, it has been wonderful talking to you. Thank you for coming on here and sharing your books and everything.
Yes.